Hi, I'm John Maxwell. When the top companies in the world are looking for trainers, speakers, and coaches, there's one name that stands above the rest, and that's Maxwell Leadership. Our certified team members have gotten proven results for companies all over the globe, and our reputation, I'm proud to say, is second to none. Some of our members have risen to the top of their profession, including the one you're going to meet today. I proudly introduce you to my friend Bob Fabian Zinka.
Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ, where we help you lead with purpose and succeed with impact. If you're ready to grow into the kind of leader others want to follow, this podcast is for you. If you're determined to elevate your success and leave a lasting legacy, this podcast is for you. As my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell reminds us, everything rises and falls on leadership. Our goal is simple: to inspire you, challenge you, and equip you with insights that can transform the trajectory of your leadership journey. Welcome aboard to another episode of the Leadership and Success Podcast with Coach BZ.
Integrity is being whole, being one with yourself. You being one, not compartmentalizing that when you're in this room, you're different. When you're with this batch of people, you are different. When you're going out to a different ceremony, you're different. You have to be one with yourself. Be consistent, and true to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, you're not going to be true to anybody else. It starts with you, so you have to practice it with yourself out. Without integrity, you cannot prosper in anything.
I am very, very excited today. We have a very, very special guest. Before we get started, let's do our moment of gratitude. This is a part of the show where we take just a moment to be grateful for one thing. And for those who've been following the show for a while, you know, part of the reason why we do this is because in the military, about 22 people, service member, veterans, commit suicide every single day. And I believe it's not possible to be suicidal and at the same time be grateful. So if you would put yourself in your happy place, maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think about one thing you are grateful for today. And today I am so grateful for all of the great mentorship I have received, including the person you're going to be talking to today. She is one of my mentors, a master in leadership, and I am so glad to have got to know her and for the impact she's had in my life. And now I'm hoping that she's going to have the same impact in yours. So type into the comment what you are grateful for today. So let me see if I can properly do this introduction here. So this is going to be a very inspiring conversation with Reverend Dr. Marjorie Mudi James. She's the president and founder of Kingdom Leadership Academy, resident pastor at the Embassy Church in Rhode Island, and the 2025 African Women Achievers award recipient. And I think I played the videos earlier, but here's the picture: 100 African female change maker in 2025. So she's recognized among 100 African female change makers and icon of Africa's economic advancement. With nearly 2 decades of leadership coaching and ministry experience across UAE in the Middle East, the UK in Europe, and the United States, and many countries in Africa, Dr. Marjorie has transformed lives by helping leaders unlock potential, embrace authenticity, and lead with integrity, faith, and excellence. So from the flight decks of Emirates Airline to the leadership halls of Kingdom Leadership Academy, her story is a masterclass in courage, calling, and character. Together, we're going to be exploring today how to become a bold leader who makes lasting impact, the connection between faith, service, and influence in leadership, and how to transform limiting belief into breakthrough result, and why authentic leadership and gratitude are essential for growth. Without any further ado, please help me welcome the one and only Reverend Dr.
Because something very, very significant happened that in my leadership, in my leadership ascension, that I actually got demoted from my position without a valid reason, and nothing was being said at all. So I decided, was it a fight or flight? Am I going to fight? am I going to fight back? Then I realized, okay, here there's mismanagement of me as a person. So I
Wow.
thought to myself, there is no knowledge on how to handle this situation because I know
Mm.
how this situation would have been handled better, but I'm not in a place to influence it. So
Yes.
at the time when it happened, I did not quit. I did not quit at the
Mm.
time. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to stand strong and I've got to believe in myself in it.
Yes.
But I've got to take this. It may look like a failure, but I would not call it failure. I call it feedback.
Mm.
I said, I called it feedback. Okay, so what feedback am I getting out of this? I cannot change the decision they have made, but what is it for me?
Wow.
And I to myself, then I thought to myself, become the excellent version of yourself. And that is the tagline for the Kingdom Leadership Academy. No
Yes.
matter what happens, no matter what situation, you do not run off. You do
Mm.
not skirt around the situation. Walk through it. Walk through that
Yes.
fire because that fire is where you are being processed. And
Mm.
the process processes you. The process
Wow.
processes you. The diamond has to go through that fire for you to be made who you are supposed to be. It is
Yes.
not pleasant. It's not what you like at the time. But when you
Mm-hmm.
get to the other side, there's an integral core of you that has been made that cannot be taken away from you.
Yes. Wow.
Because this yes.
That is quite powerful. And all the time I've known you, like even today, I thought of a short clip about you speaking about integrity. So you always talk about authentic leadership and integrity.
Right.
What does that mean to you personally, and how can leader cultivate authentic leadership in high pressures environment, whether in the military or high tech?
You see, integrity is who you are, really. And
Mm.
you have to be integral with yourself, one with yourself. Whoever I am in this living room, I've got to be the same person in the bathroom, the same person in
Yes.
my other in the other room. Because you can't be entering rooms and just turning on switches. Today I'm this person, today I'm that.
Mm. All right. So that was Reverend Doctor Pastor uh, Marjorie James. So we had the hour-long conversation, and I'm just going to show you some highlight. And in just a minute, I'm going to be showing you 5-minute clips, all made by artificial intelligence, kind of like a recap of the discussion I had with Dr. James. So I'm going to show you two video clips, and then I'm going to play two more clips from the hour-long conversation I had with her, and then I'm going to tell you something about uh, tomorrow. So, like I started on the show today, I was really grateful for the connection I have made. Dr. Marjorie James is one of my mentors. She's had quite uh, an impact in my life, especially when it comes to leadership and leading with integrity. And I also want to acknowledge Commander Adrienne Benton. She's live right now, watching live. And she says she's grateful for life and for health. And thank you so much. And I think really in the world, right, in our experiences, there is, I think, nothing more important than one being alive, but then being alive in good health, right? Because it's one thing for you to be alive, but you don't have a good life. No, you have pain everywhere, and you can't hardly move. That's not the type of quality of life you want. But if you are alive today, and you are relatively in good health, you absolutely need to be grateful for that. Uh, thank you so much for sharing. And by the way, Commander Benton, I sent you a link to the show just in case you wanted to come on for like a couple of minutes, just to give people like a preview of what we are going to be doing tomorrow. I think that is going to be fun. So it's going to take about 10 minutes or so. I am going to go ahead and play the AI generated recap. And while I am doing that, if you have a question, please type it in the comment. And also let us know where you're coming from and what you are grateful for. And I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Today, we're diving into the incredible leadership insights of Dr. Marjorie Mudi James. Her journey is truly a masterclass in leading with purpose and turning some of life's biggest challenges into massive opportunities. Let's get into it.
So, this quote right here, it's pretty much the key to her entire philosophy.
For Dr. James, leadership was never about chasing a title. Nope, it was just the natural outcome of her wanting to make a real change. So what does a journey like that actually look like? Section 1, From Skies to Stage. And wow, what a journey it's been. I mean, her career has taken her across continents and through different industries, from the super high-pressure world of international aviation to becoming a globally recognized leadership coach. And it all started with 18 years at Emirates Airline. And you've got to understand, this wasn't just some job. It was a crucible. Think about that for a second. A crazy, fast-paced, high-stakes environment where her leadership skills were being tested and forged every single day. And get this, during that time, she was leading these incredibly diverse, multicultural teams. We're talking people from over 100 different nations. Just try to imagine the complexity and the skill that takes to navigate that, day in and day out. Section 2, the integrity mirror. All right, this is where we really get to the heart of her teaching. And it all kicks off with one core idea. Authentic leadership begins with integrity. But her definition of it? Yeah, it might just surprise you. You see, what's so powerful here is that she calls integrity an inside job. It's not a performance you put on for other people. It's about that deep, private alignment between your values and your actions. It's who you are when absolutely no one is watching. And this really lays out the fundamental choice every single leader has to make. Are you going to lead for applause, chasing that temporary high of what other people think? Or are you going to lead for alignment, a much deeper path that's all about your core values and your purpose? So here's the big takeaway on this. Authentic leadership isn't built on a stage. It's built behind the scenes. It's about polishing that internal mirror every day so that your public actions are just a true reflection of the person you are on the inside. Section 3, Failure is feedback. You know, it's easy to talk about principles when everything's going well. The real test is crisis. So let's look at a pivotal moment in Dr. James's career, a moment that could have been a total failure, but instead it became her launchpad. Can you imagine that? After years of success, years of service, she was demoted. And the worst part? No one gave her a clear reason why. For a lot of people, that would have been a devastating, career-ending blow. You really have to ask yourself, what do you do in a moment like that? Do you quit? Do you let the resentment and bitterness take over? Or do you find another way forward? And right here, this is the mindset shift that changed absolutely everything. She just refused to label that experience a failure. Instead, she chose to see it as feedback, data for her destiny. What a powerful, transformative way to look at it. So, instead of running away from that fire, she walked right through it. And directly from that incredibly painful feedback, she founded the Kingdom Leadership Academy, a global institution dedicated to raising up bold, authentic leaders, all based on her own hard-won lessons. And this is such a powerful lesson for all of us, isn't it? The challenges we face don't have to be roadblocks. They can actually be what refines us. The end of one road is so often just the beginning of a new, even more purposeful one. Section 4, Unlocking Others' Potential. So, after solidifying her own foundation of integrity and resilience, Dr. James's focus really shifted outward. It became all about her philosophy of service, which is all about unlocking the incredible potential inside of other people. She breaks down servant leadership into these 3 simple but really profound actions. And look, it's not about being passive or just doing other people's jobs for them. It's about listening deeply, working with your team, and then, this is the goal, creating an environment where they can step into their own destiny. Now, this is one of her most poetic and powerful ideas. She says that every great achievement, every single victory, it has to begin as a thought. Your feet will never, ever take you where your mind hasn't already gone first. And that is the absolute essence of empowering other people. A leader's real job isn't to be the smartest person in the room who has all the solutions. No way. It's to cultivate a space where people feel safe, where they can innovate, and where the best ideas can rise up from anyone at any level. All right, final section. Your journey begins now. Because we've explored her journey. We've gone through her philosophy. But the real power in all of this is in applying these lessons to your own life and your own leadership, starting today. So here are 5 quick reflections to get you started. First, lead yourself first. You got to have your own house in order. Second, serve your way to the top. Lead with empathy. Third, Always choose integrity over image. Do what's right, not just what looks good. Fourth, listen down the ranks, to the quietest voices. And finally, see change as a gift. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this one last powerful thought from Dr. James. And it's kind of like a friendly warning. Ambition is great, of course, but ambition without alignment is really just a distraction. It is so easy to get caught up in the climb that we forget to ask, am I conquering the right mountain? And that's the ultimate question for any leader, isn't it? It's not just about being successful, but about being successful in the things that truly matter. It's a call to reflect on your purpose, your impact, and the legacy you're building, one step at a time.
Welcome, folks, diving right in with some bold insights on leadership, purpose, power, and potential, all wrapped in one transformative journey.
Absolutely. It's fascinating how these insights remind us that true leadership is about service, not just holding a title.
Right? It's like Dr. Marjorie James shows us how leadership evolved from her days on the flight deck at Emirates to boardrooms and pulpits around the world. Her path truly underscores that leadership is, well, rooted in authenticity and service.
I love that. And it's striking that she emphasizes leadership as an inside job. That integrity you polish privately becomes your public signature.
Exactly. Integrity isn't just a badge. It's the inner mirror reflecting who you are when no one's watching. It's kind of like polishing a mirror so others see the true you, right?
Yep, spot on. But don't you think that asking leaders to be consistently true to themselves under every circumstance is, well, a bit idealistic?
That's a fair point. However, her perspective isn't about perfection. It's about consistency, about aligning actions with values, even in tough moments. It's like turning every setback into feedback.
Right, exactly. I really like that reframe. Instead of seeing failure as defeat, she calls it feedback. It's a mindset that transforms adversity into a stepping stone for growth.
Absolutely, yeah. Remember when she talked about her demotion in aviation? She didn't see it as failure, but as guidance for her next chapter, creating Kingdom Leadership Academy to raise bold leaders.
Incredibly inspiring. And speaking of bold leadership, her message for women is so powerful, being bold even through countless rejections. It really resonates.
It does indeed. She challenges leaders to shed imitation and embrace their originality. Like, you can learn from others, but don't become a copy.
Yeah, that's a real leadership fingerprint. I also appreciate how she dives into the multicultural aspect of leadership from her 18 years at Emirates. It's a clear reminder that listening to everyone, even the newest voice, can yield million-dollar answers.
Exactly. Flexibility and inclusivity are not just buzzwords for her. They're the anchors of success in any high-stakes environment. And asking questions regardless of rank is a game changer.
Definitely. But here's my concern. Don't you think that in some fast-paced, high-pressure industries, too much emphasis on service might slow decision-making?
I get where you're coming from, and that's a solid critique. However, her approach isn't about slow decision-making per se. It's about fostering an environment of trust and collaboration. Decisions made
Right,
from
that
that
balance is
foundation
crucial.
tend to be stronger.
Got it. And then there's her take on ambition. Don't chase what looks shiny, chase what adds value. I find that really cuts through the noise of superficial success.
Oh, yes, it really is like a compass, pointing you toward purposeful ambition rather than just accolades. It's reminding us that leadership is measured by impact, not by titles or followers.
Absolutely. And what about that integration of faith and function? She insists that you can't be two things, one in church and another in the marketplace. That's a powerful call for authenticity everywhere.
Precisely. Her belief is that your core values should permeate all aspects of life. It's all about practicing compassion, accountability, and purpose, regardless of setting.
It's like saying your leadership persona shouldn't have a split personality, it has to be unified.
Yeah, and let's not forget her poetic take on imagination. The greatest nation is not America or England, it's imagination. That really challenges our traditional metrics of leadership.
Right, it's a bold call to dream big. That truly sets her apart, melding spiritual values with practical leadership lessons. It creates this comprehensive blueprint for transformational leadership.
Exactly, and it's all about consistently showing up, leading with heart, and never being afraid to learn anew each day. Imagine if we all adopted that level of resilience and reflection in our own leadership journeys.
Couldn't agree more. And her words about mentorship lead one person as if it were a nation. These insights really highlight the multiplier effect of great leadership.
Yeah, mentoring isn't just about guiding, it's about unlocking that potential in every person around you. It's like planting seeds that, over time, yield a forest of capable leaders.
Yeah, that's a vivid image. I also find her counsel on consistency profound. She says, be consistently consistent. That may sound a bit repetitive, but it's spot on.
Right, and it's that discipline in being consistent, no matter how small the step, that builds enduring leadership. It's a reminder that excellence is built over the unseen moments.
So, to wrap up, it seems her journey, from the skies to challenging boardrooms, teaches us that leadership is less about commanding and more about connecting, learning, and serving.
Absolutely. Leadership then becomes a journey shaped by internal integrity, relentless learning, and above all, service to others. It's a call to lead with courage, love, and a steadfast commitment to self improvement.
Indeed. These lessons really offer a blueprint for anyone, from naval officers to tech innovators, highlighting that leadership is about transforming every aspect of life into an opportunity for growth.
And that, folks, is the essence of a bold leader's journey. It's about rising through every challenge, speaking life, and nurturing potential wherever you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for this deep dive discussion. It's one that truly challenges us to rethink conventional leadership models and maybe start where we are.
Anytime, and remember, lead with heart, keep learning, and never shy away from being, authentically you.
Keep it real, everyone, and thanks for tuning in.
All right, everyone. So we are coming to the end of this AI recap podcast. So I'd like to hear from you guys. What are your 2 or 3 takeaways? And if you listen to the replay, please let me know where you come from, what city, what state, and if outside of the US, which country, and also what you are grateful for today. All right. I want to make sure everybody follows Dr. James. So Dr. Marjorie James, she's on LinkedIn, which is in Marjorie-James. And she also has a book. Let me see if I have a picture of it here. I don't have it here, but it's called Arise and Shine, a book she has written. Make sure to find that on Amazon. And thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. So here are my 3 takeaway. What really matters, I think, from this episode. And again, I encourage you to go back and listen to the entire episode, season 4, episode 103. Okay. So, number one, you have to listen humbly. You have to be humble if you are going to lead, right? Create an environment where the newest voice can provide the $1 million answer. Uh, for those who've been watching for a while, I've shared a couple of times where when I had the privilege to be the commanding officer for the Navy Reserve Global Network Operations Security Center in Suffolk, Virginia. I had a very important problem that had to do with our mission, and I tried to resolve it. It took us more than 60 days or so, but me and my senior leadership team, we couldn't resolve it. And then I even brought in all of my department heads, but we still couldn't find a solution. And then I decided to open it up to the entire unit, and one of the junior enlisted member, within 5 minutes, gave us the answer we've been looking for almost 2 months. And we were able to apply what this junior enlisted person said, and it solved our problem. So you really have to be humble as a leader that you don't know everything. You may know a lot, you may have a lot of experience, but you don't know everything. And you should be open to listen even to the most junior people on your team, because sometimes wisdom doesn't respect rank or age. And then number 2, you do have to serve, right? Work with your people, not above them, and you have to build trust and accelerate growth. That's really the difference between being a boss and a leader. A boss says, hey, you work for me. But the leader says, I work with you. I will show you how, right? If there is some type of weight to carry, the boss actually sits on top of the weight and then asks for their people to carry them and serve them. Whereas the leader would be the first one to pick up the weight and then uh, inspire the team to come along with him or her, and we carry the weight together. So big, big, big difference. You really need to develop into a servant leader. And then number three is unlock destiny, right? Leadership isn't about controlling outcome, but unlocking others' potential. At a certain point, after you've gained enough success, right, it's no longer going to be about me, myself, and I. You're going to have to focus your attention on the next generation, on your people, developing other leaders, right? To me, a leader isn't someone who has a lot of followers. That's probably an influencer, but not a leader, right? A leader is someone who helps develop other leaders. That's really the mark of true leadership. So being able to invest into the future of other people and developing them as leaders. You may have already achieved your goal, but now you are helping other people achieve their goals as well. Okay, those are my three takeaway. Again, let us know what you think. So I'm going to be playing two more clips of the hour-long conversation again, season 4, episode 103. And I hope you go back and watch the full episode. And quick reminder, tomorrow, 6 a.m. California time, 9 a.m. Uh, uh, Eastern Time, I'm going to be talking to the one and the only Commander Adrienne Townsend Benton. She's an educator, a minister, a U.S. Navy chaplain, and leadership architect. We're going to be talking about forward movement, right? And she has written a book, uh, Greater Force Than Failure. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. And then on Monday, I will have the pleasure to speak with my friend Bobby Umar. He's a global voice of heart-based leadership from Canada, leading with heart, and he's also helped a lot of people get on the TEDx talk circuit. So if you want to figure out how to get it on TEDx and be a speaker, make sure to be here on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to be talking to our coach Astrid Meyer. Like me, she's a Maxwell Leadership Certified Coach, and she's founder and executive coach in Switzerland. So she speaks French, she speaks English, and she speaks German. We're going to be talking about leading with value. All right, that's what I have planned for you so far. And you're going to be hearing two more clips from the hour-long discussion I had with Pastor Reverend Marjorie James. And then I will see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, with Commander Adrienne Benton, U.S. Navy chaplain. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. What gap did you see in the leadership landscapes that you wanted to fill?
Lack of authenticity.
Mm,
Because people, lack of authenticity and lack of boldness, because people are not, some leaders, not all of course, were not bold to stand their ground and say, okay, this is the decision I have made, this is what is, because sometimes you'll be challenged, people will corner you out, so you've got to stand your ground and say, okay, I do understand and I do appreciate what you're saying. However, this is what we are doing today. We can talk about it later. Develop yourself and not to stay too long in one position.
mm,
Let the first year you're learning, the second year you're enjoying it, third year you're exiting out.
wow,
Yeah,
powerful.
because
Good.
staying too long now.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I guess some people they get really, really comfortable and they stop growing,
Yes,
don't they?
yes,
Wow,
exactly.
powerful. Okay. All right. So to end the show, this is going to be rapid fire. So don't take too long to think. I'm going to ask question, quick answers. One word that defines leadership. One word.
Journey.
Journey. Okay, I like that. What is morning routine or practice that keeps you grounded?
Prayer.
Okay. A book or a quote that changed your life.
I am every woman.
Like that. Okay. Who inspire you most today?
Myself, to be honest.
That is very, very powerful. I've
Yes,
never heard that before. That is so wonderful.
yes. I've done extensive work in myself.
I'm my inspiration.
Yes, yes. Okay, finish the sentence. Leadership is
A journey.
journey. Okay, that is powerful, powerful. Okay, what did you want to be when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay, you almost became a pilot, right, for Emirates Airlines. So you were in the industry at least.
Yeah.
Good. What are three adjectives describing you as a child?
Oh, playful,
Mm-hmm. Two more.
inquisitive,
Mm-hmm.
and loving.
What about as an adult?
As an adult, oh, ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
tenacious, and very bold.
Very good. I think I agree as an adult for sure. All right, the very last question on the show. What is one word that represents our shared experience together on this podcast today?
Uh, an honor. Honor.
Thank you.
That is
It's
one
time
word.
for
Honor.
Thank you for tuning in to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If today's episode added value to your leadership journey, be sure to subscribe, share, and join us again for more wisdom nuggets on how to lead better and achieve greater success. Remember, leadership is the most critical skill of our time. The world will always need leaders to inspire others, drive innovation, and execute meaningful strategy. So why not count yourself among the bold leaders shaping the 21st century? Until next time, stay inspired, stay committed, and keep leading with excellence.